Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on right and chew.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Now Luck. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hines. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
Check out. Right, 40. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
On 2nd and 12, Luck got it complete to Rodgers.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's got room. Through an opening, and there he goes. To the end zone, a fumble return, and a Saint touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. A gain of 3, second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Luck now to throw. This goes out right to Doyle. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The Colts on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Luck. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Here's Sherrills. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Saints will take over
this just like
first
the real
down
game.
and 10.
I was at the game.
Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
I'm about to run it now. I got to get him up there.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Let's get off the field.
Brees leaves this one with Kamara. Oh, good move. Breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. They'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
21.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
Oh, my. I know you see.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Running with Kamara.
Gotta let him out there.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Let Kamara run, because everybody in my way, except the wide receiver. I don't linebackers in my way.
lady.
On the ground, this is Kamara. So he got 3 at one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you over to... And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Andrew Luck and company heading back onto the field. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're
doing, Coach?
angry and mad at their teammates.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, folks, we gave you a glance at the AFC playoff picture. Let's talk NFC playoff picture. Bit of a shakeup because the Niners and the Saints game, and then the Seahawks and the Rams. So San Fran back up the top spot. Then you have the Packers who beat Washington moving up to number 2. The Saints with the loss, try to follow all this. They dropped down the spot, but it's a critical one as they lose that first-round bye, and then we're still awaiting resolution on the Cowboys and the Eagles in the NFC East, CD.
Yeah, this is going to be a crazy deal because essentially San Francisco and Seattle have kind of been trading back and forth. And after Sunday night's games, San Francisco holds that spot. But remember, those two play Week 17. It could all be decided then. The Saints have already locked down the NFC South. They're trying to get one of those top 2 seeds, as you mentioned. But the race for these wild cards, Minnesota sitting right there holding the number 6 spot. They're a game ahead of the Rams, who are really hot right now. And the Bears, after whacking the Cowboys last week, they're hanging in there as well.
But as you're alluding to, I mean, Seattle drops from the number 1 seed all the way down to the number 5 seed in one day. Of course, a lot can change in the final 3 weeks.
And just think, a lot of people wondering, how does the NFC East get a home game by winning that division? This is going to be one of those years people will talk about reseeding based on absolute overall record.
Yeah, because it's not out of the question that either the 49ers or the Seahawks could be 13-3 and be a wild card team. And he gets it to Funchess complete. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. This is Hines. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Luck. Complete to Hilton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Luck now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number 1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Luck throwing again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Oh, what?
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard, that's about it. But as long as he's booting him the way he's booting him, keep going, big guy.
Fighting him off.
Is he gonna block for me? Yay!
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense, getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
Always boom.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Oh my God.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara just bowling over tacklers. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
The busy night continues for Kamara. Shrugs off another. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On the ground, Kamara. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Gotta get you off
that burst
man.
good for 20 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. On second down, Kamara. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. But you say 3 rushing touchdowns and, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Then I run it.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Now on 2nd and 13. Luck. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Luck. Funches has it complete.
Let's go.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. They'll run on 1st down. It's Mack, and he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Love. His throw incomplete. He was trying to find Mo Alley Cox, his tight end. And it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Love. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Marcus Davenport with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we leave the booth. 3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On the counter, here's Kamara.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there out of Kamara. 41 yards on the ground. Nothing fancy there. A little smash mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Kamara.
That's my white teammate.
Breaks free again. And he is into the end zone.
What did that remind you of? What did that remind you of?
Alvin Kamara, 27 yards as his guys continue to pour it on.
Oh!
And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards, and the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run.
Kamara. So good. I'll never get it. Everything much.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Oh, man, that's not
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Returnable for Sherrills.
Let's go. Nah. Get there.
And he'll score. Touchdown.
That is what I'm talking about.
Well, he covered a lot of ground. 82 yards on the punt return as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They begin the drive on the ground with Mann. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now it's Hines. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
What?
On first down, it's Long. It's caught by Funchess. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Luck, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 3rd and long, it's Luck. Caught left side by Funchess. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Mack. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Throwing his Luck. Hits his target to tight end Mo Alley-Cox. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 13 yards out. And it's for pride now, but the Colts get a bit closer.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, he shifts past him. And now running right through it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control.
Latavius Murray. He's at the 30. And a cutback left and a crease here. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They run it again with Kamara. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it a game there, and it leads to a 4th down.
You gotta work real hard, bro, so your NFL, so your Madden record can get way better, bro. Oh my God, it's like Kamara's hands on Madden.
The Saints on 4th down last year, 13 of 16, second best in the league, and they'll try it here. They run, it's Kamara. Still going. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a Saints first down on the pickup of 13.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Kamara. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10.
And you over there not even getting near to it. Drew Brees, he want to throw it, and you over here acting like you don't know how to play. So let me see what you got. Let me see what you really got.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara.
Okay.
Rushing off defenders. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 14 yards is the pickup, first down, New Orleans.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Kamara trying the right side. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Again, this is Kamara. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility of
barrels right into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And the Colts coming out now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Luck on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Chester Rogers that time. And now it's Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Ball for it here, and this will be caught. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On first down, Locke. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, Locke going up top. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Locke. And that will be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think
because you won every game as a player.
No, I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now is dominating and kicking around a team who have been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one.
And Kamara has it stripped. And he'll get freed out of the 34-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Breeze to throw. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Locke. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. On 1st and 10, Locke. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now left side on the swing pass. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Throwing again is Locke. Rodgers brings it in. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Check, 47.
To the air again, Locke. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He connected on his first, this from 41. Get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up a lot. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 30. The 20. 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. And that score gives them a little more separation and a bigger lead.
A little more of a comfort zone now. They can do more things defensively, maybe take a few more gambles as they try to continue to extend their lead.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, Luck. And it's a complete outside to Funchess. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Watch the twist.
From the 50, it's Luck. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Luck. He's got Jack Doyle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Locke, and he's got Rodgers. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Luck throwing again. This to Hines on the drop-off. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now Luck. He'll check this down to Hines. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Luck.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. One last throw here for Love. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
Alright guys, that was it for today's video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, leave a like, comment down below, post notifications, and peace.